Night Sons on my PS5. Let's get it.
Hey, can I ask a favor? Thanks, Hunter.
I don't say this lightly, but nice work out there.
I can't believe someone would do this to me.
Do what?
Someone ate my ramen, dude. I even made the perfect egg to go on top of it, too. It was so beautiful, I almost cried.
A vegan egg?
Yup, so scrumptious.
Any idea as to who the culprit is?
Could be anyone here. I left it alone for like 2 seconds and poof.
I assure you it was not me.
Oh, I know. After all the chili oil I added, you'd be on fire right now. Look, I don't mind sharing my love for ramen with people. Hell, I'd be happy to make it for anyone who asked. But stealing it from me after I slaved away making a bowl of it? Ugh, only a monster would do that.
I understand. I hope you find who did this.
Oh, I will. All I have to do is follow the sound of someone coughing their guts up. That chili oil is demonic.
What's shaking?
There is my ferocious Charlie girl.
Got more coil for me? Sometimes, I even impress myself. How long did you say you were exposed to this thing? It's probably fine. Later.
Practice makes perfect.
Oh, this might burn a little.
Back again. Time's wasting, Hunter. Way to use that and...
Central is ready to work. Great intel. Bad news for the world. Let's pick a bad guy. Any bad guy.
Happy to help.
All right!
See you soon.
Hello.
Getting reports from all 5 boroughs. More Hydra troopers with fangs. Talk about making a bad thing worse.
I've tried tracking down what they're up to.
Find anything?
Nothing that could still speak.
I may know somebody who could help.
No offense. This isn't exactly friendly neighborhood stuff. Not sure your contacts will be much help.
He's not that friendly.
Who?
He's also not one of the bad guys.
Who exactly?
A physician of sorts. Look, do you want to figure this out or not? You've met? Gotta admit, I've never seen a vampire feed on another vampire.
I felt it.
One time. I bit you one time. It wasn't fun for me either. You taste like an old barbell.
There's a cat fight joke in here somewhere, but I can't figure it out. Look, Dr. Morbius, we need your help. Someone is turning Hydra troopers into vampires. We don't know why or what they want.
According to the creature I just ate, they're after my research. I can tarry no longer. I must return to my lab before they...
You're going nowhere.
Don't have a hissy fit. It was right in front of me. Maybe we can help each other out. So, where is this lab?
You get used to the stench.
I never do.
Wait, You were right, Doc. We shouldn't have tarried.
I see you've located the doctor. I hope he's feeling cooperative.
I think we're all on the same page here. Common enemy, the greater good. Everyone gets it, right?
Of course.
We'll see. be it. About time.
Okay, that was awesome.
It's too late for you.
You should have been more careful.
Who's next?
This one's for you.
You'll get yours.
I see how it is.
It seems our work isn't done here. These things are hardly worthy of being classified as vampires. Not that I'm overly protective of the title.
That didn't stop you from feeding on them.
You know as well as I do, Blade. Your thirst, my hunger. We can only fight it for so long.
Some of us have tried harder than others.
I haven't tried to end this.
I think you don't mind that you failed.
No matter how many times you tried.
I'm on it.
They're displacing.
You're in trouble.
Be my victim. That's a neat trick.
Hello? What's up?
I'm going.
Huh. So you can watch the other one too. No, it's like a spin-off.
What's that one called?
Blood Origin or something like that. I think it's just a whole other story.
That's one hell of a move.
I doubt they were expecting such resistance.
All my work lost.
What kind of work, Doc? This is twisted.
Thought he was one of the good guys.
I said he was not one of the bad guys.
Knowledge has no inherent morality. This is science.
Tell it to them.
They'll be fine. Eventually.
What exactly are you doing here, Dr. Morbius?
Research. A gamma serum flows through the blood of these Hydra soldiers, augmenting their capabilities. It inspired me to concoct a prototype sample, a serum of my own. I thought it might dampen the effects of the sunlight on my abilities, but its protective qualities were far more effective than I expected.
Whoa. Are we talking...
Daywalker in a file. Morbius, tell me it doesn't work.
Not yet. The prototype sample needs time to fully mature. But it's gone. Along with all my notes. I'll have to start over.
Looks like they're back for seconds.
Nah, they have the sample. They want to take out the only competition in town.
Then we shall dissuade them.
Cannot allow them to destroy my work. Protect my equipment.
You left out some important details of your research, Doc.
Some things are better left unsaid, but it was all necessary.
Oh, this should be good. Take that.
Trace.
No, blame but yourself.
like this. Try this on for size. It is good to have a partner. I smell.
Good. I could use some more practice. I knew you couldn't be trusted, Morbius. Hydra or not, this is wrong.
The work Hydra has done with gamma injections was too profound to ignore.
So you've been using them as some kind of guinea pigs? Sounds a little unethical, Doc.
As opposed to the gentle treatment you and your friends give them.
Big difference.
Here comes the heat.
Stopping evildoers and providing children with an acrobatic show. Well done.
I think you got him.
If my research here can help you defeat Hydra, and I've removed some of them from the front lines in the process, I don't see the harm.
Heroes usually stand against human experimentation and false imprisonment. Because it's, you know, evil.
Rarely have I ever been accused of being a hero.
Ooh, I like it! Oh man, more Hydra incoming!
I don't think you've changed at all, Morbius. You're just lucky I'm working with the Sons again.
As opposed to what?
Leaving you here with your experience permanently.
Maybe we can all hug this out later. Okay, that was pretty cool. Play dead!
It's weirdos like these that give people like us a bad reputation.
No further abomination.
Okay, it's cool. Morbius is with us now.
With us?
You would bring a vampire into the Abbey?
Well, he's not a vampire. Not exactly.
If he was, he'd be dust.
he became this way because of an experiment gone wrong, not a bite from a vamp. He's his own master, right, Doc?
If I may, there are few judges of character better than Spider-Man.
Back me up here, Blade.
As much as I hate to admit it, we could probably use his help. This once.
Hunter, was it? Thank you for not making a bigger deal about my arrival. I know my presence unnerves many.
You surprised me earlier, and I do not like surprises, but any friend of Peter is a friend of mine.
I am relieved to hear it. You have a wonderful home and a great many resources. I look forward to making use of them.
How do you think you will help?
I am the world's foremost authority on vampire physiology. Blade knows a great deal about vampire rituals, habits, and social order, but he doesn't understand their biology.
Why should that matter?
In a sense, you could say Blade can take a vampire apart, but he can't put one back together.
I do not want to put vampires back together.
No, of course not. Let me put it like this. If you understand the structure of an organism, you'll know its weak points, where to push so it falls apart. This is what I offer you.
Then let me officially welcome you to the Midnight Suns.
You will not regret this. Now, can you show me where we keep the prisoners? I would like to feast.
What?
Only kidding. I think you'll be happy to know that I've actually already started researching vampire biology.
That sounds like good news.
Unfortunately, I also have bad news. I've been tinkering with a prototype gamma serum that suppresses the effects of sunlight on vampiric membranes. The vampires have taken that from me.
Then we must take it back.
That is why I'm here. And I would love to get back to that research. Unless you have further need of me.
I want to know a little more about you first.
Naturally. I am an open book.
I've heard you called a living vampire. What does that mean?
It means that unlike most vampires, I have a pulse.
How is this possible?
Most vampires are tied to the supernatural realm. They are undead creatures. My gifts are a boon of science. I am wholly unique in that way. Quite literally a freak of nature.
Who were you before you became a vampire?
I was born with a rare, degenerative blood condition. My disease would have proven fatal if I had not taken matters into my own hands and experimented on my body using vampire bat DNA. I cured myself, but there were side effects.
You seem to know Blade and Spider-Man well. What is your impression of them?
When I first became the living vampire, I struggled with my baser instincts. It took me a while to maintain control over my appetite. Spider-Man and Blade were the first two heroes I encountered, and they protected many innocent people from my wrath.
You mean they fought you?
Yes. But I am grateful, because they encouraged me to become a better man. Though I wish Blade's approach hadn't been nearly so ferocious.
I would like to know more about your capabilities.
Like a traditional vampire, I possess enhanced strength, speed, and acute senses. An accelerated healing factor allows me to bounce back from otherwise mortal injuries. And while I cannot fly in the traditional sense, I have the psionic ability to glide over great distances.
Do you share other vampiric weaknesses?
One of the advantages of being a living vampire is that I do not have those Achilles heels. I could drink holy water all day, and a silver bullet stings like a lead one. One slight exception is daylight. I do not burn under the sun, but my eyes are sensitive to the light, and my powers are somewhat dampened during the daytime.
Do you have to consume blood like any other vampire?
Regrettably, not only do I need to consume human blood, I crave it. But you do not need to worry. I keep my cravings in check these days, and only feed on those who prey on others.
Never mind. I will let you settle in.
Happy to talk anytime.
Just got Morbius.
In the Midnight Suns.
Yeah.
So he's supposed to be some like vampire or some shit.
Living vampire.
Aren't they all living?
No, they're undead. Vampires aren't alive, therefore they can't die. But he's a vampire with a pulse.
So he can die.
That's a good question.
Or does he just become an undead vampire?
I don't know. He has a healing ability, so it's going to be hard to test that out. And, I mean, you know that person on Batman who fused his DNA with a bat?
Yeah.
He's like that guy, except the Marvel version, so it turned out good.
Anything else on your mind?
Well,
Is that what he did?
yeah, basically.
What happens if Hydra successfully replicates Morbius's prototype sample?
Sunproof vampires seem like a bad idea for all involved.
Maybe not for the vampires.
For now, it's just a scary theory. Even if it works, there could be side effects, like new breed vampires bursting into flame upon contact with oxygen. Yeah, wishful thinking, but prototypes can be unpredictable. Just ask Hank Pym about Ultron.
Thanks, Carol.
Catch you later.
Who is a good girl? It is my Charlie.
Thanks. Sorry we didn't give you a heads up before. You know, about bringing a vampire into the Abbey. It all happened kind of fast.
Are you sure we can trust Morbius?
Yeah. Morbius has his demons, but he's a teddy bear. A snarly teddy bear. With fangs. But there's stuffing in there, somewhere.
This is not helping your argument.
What I'm trying to say is that Morbius has a good heart. And exceptionally good blood.
Good blood?
Yeah. Whatever Morbius did to transform his body infused the heme in his blood with curative properties. I'd love to help him study it further, if I ever have the time. Since we're fighting new breed vampires, we'd do well to have a living vampire in our corner.
Blade, are you actually comfortable with Morbius living here?
Comfortable? I'll never be comfortable around that monster. But if I'm being generous, he could be useful.
I am grateful to have another able warrior on our side.
You sound like Peter. Naive.
What exactly is your history with Morbius?
I don't like getting into that.
But the two of you have fought before. What makes you think we can trust him now?
I never said we could trust him. If that man loses control to his bloodthirst, I'll end him myself. But the vampires are using his experiments against us. We need him to clean up his own mess.
So Morbius is just a tool to you?
Call it whatever you want. I call it practical.
Kind of a judgy what's the word? A judgy perspective coming from Blade. Yeah, he doesn't like Morbius being here.
Doctor, meet the doctor.
Why? Because
he has as many PhDs as you'd find.
That's a pretty good one. Nah, because he's like an actual vamp. Well, he's not an actual vampire, but he has like bloodlust for human blood. So he just keeps it in check, and that's what.
He's a daywalker himself, so he ain't fucking regular vampire.
Yeah, but he's half human and half vampire. Morbius is human who turned himself into a vampire. So he wasn't even bitten. So it's kind of like, you know,
And there are
weird.
mystical artifacts in here that you should look at directly.
Don't look and don't touch. You really know how to make a colleague feel at home.
Just remember that's only an expression. And you don't actually own any of this.
But we really are glad to have you.
I can tell.
Tony, what is your impression of Morbius?
Well, we've never actually met, but Strange talks highly of him.
I am uncomfortable inviting a vampire to live in the Abbey.
Hey, I know what you mean. Half the people on my board of directors are vampires. Not literal bloodsuckers, but they definitely try to sink their teeth into you. Or your pocketbook.
What, like run him over?
For
The guy's a
baseball, you
freak,
know how
no
when they
doubt.
would try to
But
turn a
every
second play,
genius
you'd be
is.
able
You
to
should have seen half my professors back at
cut 'em
MIT.
underneath and shit.
Or that Tony Stark
Oh,
guy who's
yeah.
always
I
on
don't
the
think they
news.
can do that anymore.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I've read a few of Morbius's papers on DNA
That's not
manipulation,
Raw baseball.
and it's years ahead of anyone else. He could be a valuable asset.
So you think we can trust him?
Well, I never said that. But he could be useful.
Stephen, have you worked with Morbius before?
Oh, yes. He is a formidable ally. He once assisted me in a battle against a Fear Lord from the Dream Dimension.
Fear Lords are powerful foes.
Yes, it was a boisterous battle, so I was pleased to have Morbius at my side. Undoubtedly, he will be a favorable ally against Lilith as well.
So you have no reservations about letting him stay in the Abbey?
None at all. As long as he doesn't grow too hungry, we'll all be fine.
Wait, what should we do if he gets hungry?
We should all be on guard.
Stephen, I need details.
As with any vampire, he could lose control and eat every one of us, but I do not think that will happen.
Checking in on me already, Hunter? I haven't had time to get into trouble.
You can never be sure.
I suppose. What can I do for you?
Never mind. I will let you settle in.
Happy to talk anytime.
So Blade trusts Morbius?
Looks like there's some glitches in this DLC here. But I'm going to go ahead and end the stream right here, people. Thanks for watching, and see you guys in the next one.